How would your life change if you fell in love with the process of work? Your craft, your art, your projects. It's about becoming obsessed, not just with the outcome, but with every second of work. You find love with the actions and motions themselves. And you don't work because you have to, you work because you want to. One important lesson I've learned is that you have to have fun with your work. Otherwise, you're gonna get burnt out, you're gonna lose your mind, and your impatience will ultimately reflect itself within your work. And no matter how the process looks, you need to find joy in the process. You need to enjoy these steps it'll take to achieve your goal. Otherwise, you'll never achieve your goal, and if you do, you'll be even more unfulfilled than before. The only way you're gonna achieve your goals is if you romanticize the process. It's vital to take a look at your life to see the grand scheme of everything. Because when you're so deeply involved in the things going on in your life, then you just lose perspective of the things that matter. Because we tend to focus on the outcome, because that's what we want. But just by focusing only on the outcome, we forget the steps that lead there. But when we decide to love the work that leads to the outcome, we find ourselves closer and closer every single day. And that's what matters. Look, you'll always be fulfilled if you focus on what you have now instead of everything you still want. I mean, that doesn't mean having no goals or ambitions. It just means having the ambitions and being content even before you reach them. Because I personally fell into a deep hole of chasing big ambitions and being discontent every day when I wasn't where I wanted to be. And that negativity held me back. It flooded my mind with all types of wrong ideas. But I've managed to bounce back and regain perspective and clarity on the entirety of my life. And that's what's important. So this is a practice that will change your life. Take out a notebook and write down all your goals. Your life goals, what you want to achieve, everything you want to do. And then under each and every single goal, you want to write down what steps are going to take you there. Let me give you an example. If my goal is 100k subs on YouTube, what is going to take me there? Making videos, making good videos, improving my craft, improving the message, the quality, and the packaging of every single video I upload with time. And you see, all of a sudden it becomes clear what I have to do. I can just forget the outcome and now just focus on the things that lead to the outcome. So the number one mistake that I have done for the longest time, which has just plagued my outcomes and held me back, is just simply not romanticizing my process. For the longest time, I was just obsessed with the outcome of achievement and I just forgot everything else. I just forgot these steps that have to be done to get to where I want to be. I fell out of love with the process and in love with the results and the outcome and the destination. And the problem with that is you get burned out very quickly. Your creativity sinks and your fulfillment suffers. I also got to the point where work felt more like a burden. And that's because in my mind, I had these expectations of how fast things should go, and they weren't going like that. And that just changed everything. It was when I realized that the journey is everything, the work is everything. And that's why you need to focus on the journey and the work. Results and success are literally just byproducts of doing the steps, enjoying your work, and just being focused. Because if you can focus 100% on what is right in front of you, the work that you're doing right now, then you can achieve the greatest results. You don't achieve results by thinking about results. You achieve results by thinking about the work in front of you. And that's something I struggled with for a long time. I would always do with the expectation of a return of a result. And there's nothing wrong with wanting an outcome, but there is something wrong with taking your focus away from your work right now and onto a future destination or a future point in time. That gratitude that you approach your work with will enhance your results as well as your fulfillment. With the right approach, you'll be able to achieve more and be more fulfilled with your work. Because I've cracked the code to being disciplined and consistent. And here it is, it's about forgetting the results and the outcome. Just identify what is going to take you to the goal, then forget the goal and focus on the hours of practice. It's that simple. Great work comes with presence, when you're only focusing on what's in front of you. And you can't do that when your mind is busy worrying about what's coming and the future. You see, the outcome you want is hidden behind daily steps taken on a long enough time horizon.